Hello and welcome to coverage of the second half of this FA Cup qualifier between Dunston and Marine. If you're just joining us, I'll read the lineups out once again. Starting with Dunston, the home side. Number 1, Liam Connell. Number 2, Craig Baxter. Number 3, Terry Galbraith. Number 4, Philip Turnbull. Number 5, Dan Capewell. Number 6, Michael Hall. Number 7, Jack Elliott. Number 8, Matty Patterson. Number 9, Scott Heslop. Number 9, the captain, Michael Pearson. And number 11, Ursine Mwanda. And for Marine, number 1, Bailey Passant. Number 2, Ben Roberts. Number 3, James Joyce. Number 4, Alex Doyle. Number 5, Danny Shaw. 6, David Raven. 7, Owen Watkinson. 8, James Barragan. 9, Niall Cummins. And 10, Ben Hughes. And 11, Neil Kenji. As the game gets underway, Dunston kicking from left to right, Marine from right to left. Dunston in all blue, and Marine in their home kit of white and black. Is Roberts with a throw in on the far side. Down the line for Cummins. Just gained a few yards for another throw in. To be taken once again by Roberts. Inside for Hughes, who's just beaten to it by Patterson. Back outside for Roberts, who wins another throw-in. Just looking for an option now. Niall Cummins looks to make one. And it is Niall Cummins who is the target. Just on the edge of the box is Patterson. Looks to as Pearson can clear it towards the dugouts, and out for another throw-in. Cleared away by Raven. Up towards Roberts, who can head. There's Watkinson looking to use his body. And cleared in the end by Turnbull. Looking to get Elliott away again, the goal scorer. Here's Heslop to try his luck from range. Ooh, and it's a bit of a tricky one for Passant there. Good effort from Heslop. He's having a good game, Scott Heslop, the number 9 for Dunston. It was his flicked header that led to Jack Elliott's goal just before half-time. And his strike from all of 25, maybe 30 yards, tipped over by Bailey Passant for the first corner of the half. It's going to be a left-footed one from the left-hand side. Looking to surround the goalkeeper, who's punched it out, but a free kick is awarded anyway. Just inside the 6-yard box for Passant. Just play it along up towards Niall Cummins, who does well to get it outside for Roberts, who can run forward now down the right hand side. And Ben Hughes he's just ran out of room there and dribbled it off the pitch. Is Mwanda. With the throw in down the line, looking for Heslop, but it's just too much for him. And it's bounced over Danny Shaw as well. It's a bit careless from the centre half, letting it bounce over his head like that. And it's out for another throw in. Mwanda inside for Pearson. Looking down the line, cleared by Robertson. Now Barragan can slide in. He's got a toe on the ball and he's done well, but Pearson has levelled him. And can be taken away now by Joyce, who instead looks outside for Roberts on the far side. Roberts down the line for Watkinson. Here's Hughes. Danny Shaw is able to stop a counter-attack by heading it out. A throw in on the far side. Fairly deep inside the Marine half. To be taken by the wing-back Mwanda. Looks like Heslop once again will be the target. Headed clear by Shaw. It's Cummins. Looks down the line does Hughes for Watkinson. And a free kick on the halfway line, maybe for handball. That's a free kick to the home side, Dunston. To be taken by Terry Galbraith. Looking long for Heslip, but it's just over him and headed clear by Raven. And here's Joyce who can pick it up now. Holding off a challenge from Pearson. Long way out of position now, Joyce. There's Roberts, his other fullback. Chipped forward by Shaw, but it's a wayward one again. Headed clear, and Hughes is back to try and win it back for his team. Baxter up in the air. Headed forward by Barrigan. Bit of battle there between Kenji and Baxter. Kenji's not happy with something. And it's a free kick on the right hand side. Oh no, he's wave play on. And in the end it's a corner. The ball was just played down the right hand side. A nice little flick round the corner from Jack Elliott. But it looked like Joyce had just managed to get a foot in. But Elliott did well to come away with the balls. Ran down the right wing and eventually won a corner. And the ref just wants a word with Joyce by the looks of things. It seemed like he might have had it under control, but whether the little flick just caught him off guard and lost his concentration for a second, Elliott was able to get away from the fullback. Corner in, looking to the back post, cleared in the end. Here's Turnbull now on the far side. Raven has come a long way to track him. And now he's massively out of position too. Here's Pearson looking to weave his way forward. And his cross is only as good as beside netting. Joyce is in a bit of space if Passant can find him from the goal kick, but he's just told him to get forward instead. Passant now with the goal kick. Looking long for Cummins. Kenji making the run beyond him if he can flick it, but he can't. Cleared by Turnbull. As far as Raven, who's got a free header. Back into the centre for Patterson and Shaw now. And Roberts can get a bit more of a clearance on it. And Hughes is toppled there, but I think he just lost his footing. Here is Patterson heading back towards the centre circle. It's Pearson, looks to turn. Under pressure from Doyle, has done well. Who can now charge forward with the ball. Needs options though. Not known for his dribbling, Alex Doyle. Here's Barrigan though. It's Hughes over on the far side. Looks to whip a ball in, but it's deflected out for a corner. Which will be taken by Hughes. Just a reminder of a few of the options on the bench for Marine. David Lynch obviously scored the winner in extra time in the last round of the FA Cup. Could be an option off the bench. Or Ryan Wignall. Lewis Riley scored a brace on Monday. Mark Howarth. Ball out for Doyle. Looks to hit one on the edge of the box. He's closed down well. And it's fired out for another throw-in. And Josh Solomon Davis back on the bench today. He's had a long spell out for injury. Missed the first few weeks of the season. But Ben Roberts has filled in well for him. Here's Joyce looking to bring Marine forward again, but it's just bounced off him and played through to Connell, who can pick it up now. Headed out by Roberts. Here's Mwanda on the far side now. Looking to get past Roberts, but Roberts is sticking with him. He's done well just to hold him up. And the ball forward from Mwanda only as far as Raven. Back out to Roberts again. It's been a good battle. Good battle throughout the game between Roberts and Mwanda. On the Marine right, Dunston left. Flick forward now for Hughes as the rain starts to come down. How will that affect the game? Patterson looking inside for his centre midfield partner. Turnbull looks to dink a ball over the top for the goal scorer Elliott, but headed safely away by Shaw. But here's Pearson now in a bit of space. Back out wide for Elliott, who looks to cut back inside. And he's found Heslip. And it's his effort is he's stopped by Passant. There was a few gasps from the Marine fans as it looked to fall back into the path of Pearson, but gathered in the end. It's Barragan now, back for Raven. Just along that back line now for Danny Shaw. And for Roberts on the far side. And Mwanda's got the better of Roberts on this occasion. But Doyle has put a strong challenge in and come away with it. Done well. Here's Hughes now. He's looking down the line, but Watkinson, they were not on the same page there. The keeper will just take his time, invite some pressure from Watkinson before picking it up in the end. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still Dunston lead by a goal to 0. Mwanda plays it back and now out for another Marine throw-in. And the first substitution of the game is going to be a Marine one.
Substitution for Marine, number 10, Ben Hughes, is being replaced by number 16, Lewis Riley.
So a different attacking option there for Marine as Lewis Riley comes on. And Passant with the ball in his possession now. It's David Raven looking to bring the ball out from the back. Barragan with a man on, urged to speed up. Looks like it might actually be Ryan Wignall who's come on for Ben Hughes there. So he'll just look to fill in on that right hand side. Very versatile player, Wignall. Can play in a number of different positions, attacking midfield, central midfield, or on either wing. Looks like he's just a like-for-like swap for Hughes. As Dunston come forward again. But Doyle looks to just get his body in there. And Pearson as well. Here's Wignall with his first involvement. Looking to win the ball back for Marine, but Dunston have done really well to regain possession. There's Mwanda looking to turn, but touches just ran away from him. There is Wignall. Is Barragan in a bit of space on his left-hand side, looking for Joyce, who has Kenji in support, but might not need him, and is claiming that he was pushed over by Craig Baxter on this near side. Here's Alex Doyle in the centre of the park, and Joyce picking up central positions too. Raven able to clear. Headed out by Turnbull. And Heslip's dropping deep once again to try and scoop the ball forward, but he was no one ahead of him. Barragan with a bit of pressure from Elliott, but he's come away through Joyce now, who has time to try and pick out Watkinson over the top, but it's too much on that. Just need to try and mix up the game a bit, Marine. They're becoming a little bit predictable, playing it back to one of the full-backs and then looking down the line for the pace of either Kenji or Watkinson, or maybe Wignall coming on, trying to add a bit more direction. And it's going to be a goal kick to be taken by Liam Connell as we approach the hour mark. David Raven in another battle with Heslip. Comes out on top on this one, but gives away a throw-in to be taken by Baxter, just inside the Marine half. Throw-in looking for Heslip once again down the line, who has led the line really well today for Dunston. It's Baxter once again with another throw-in. Deep inside the Marine half now, looking for his centre forward. Kenji can come away with the ball. And Raven with a searching ball for Cummins, who was lost out to Capewell there. And here's Elliott looking to get on back onto his left foot. Patterson, ball just ran away from him, and now is Wignall with his first attacking involvement of a game. Just a bit short for Kenji there, but he's done well to slide in and win the ball back, and Raven can complete the turnover. And he's tried to get Neil Kenji away down this left-hand side. We know his pace can be so dangerous, but just wayward and out of play from Raven there. Throw-in to be taken. Craig Baxter. Down the line once again for Heslip. Headed clear by Joyce, but Turnbull looks to hoof it forward again. And cleared out by Raven. Looking for Cummins, who's able to take it under his control. Looks down the line for Watkinson. No nonsense clearance by Michael Hall there. It's going to be a throw in deep in the Dunston half to be taken by Joyce. If you're just joining us, we are in the 61st minute. 1-0 to the home side, Dunston. Couple of decent chances for Marine in the first half. Cummins will feel that he should have done better. Maybe Ben Hughes as well, who's now been replaced by Ryan Wignall. Alex Doyle looks wide for Roberts. He's given him a bit to do there. Mwanda is able to get a toe in. And Elliott looks for Heslip, but Barragan's just got his body in the way there. Baxter just in front of me here. And it's a bit unlucky from Heslip. He's not meant it, but it's bounced up off the surface and hit his hand. Now there's Barragan looking over the top again for Watkinson, but it's not giving him a lot there. And there's Wignall, just looking to inject a bit of energy into the midfield. He's just gone a bit static. And here he is trying to drive through the middle there. Instead looks outside for Joyce. Here's Barragan with plenty of time on the ball. Looks to switch for play out for Roberts. And it's an accurate one. He's just tapped it inside for Watkinson, but it's just ran away from him. Heslip's gone down, wanting a free kick. Oh, it's a poor touch from Doyle as Elliott looks to get in, but Danny Shaw cleans up. Wignall back to Doyle. Looks down the line for Watkinson, who was the home fans are not happy with the way he's gone to the floor there. And the ball is in the keeper's possession. Long ball forward from the goalkeeper. David Raven is able to clear. And here's Heslip. He's dropping deep again to try and win the ball. So back to Mwanda. Heslip has dispossessed Roberts on the far side. That's going to be a goal kick. As the ball just runs out of play. Pass on to Take, aiming over for the far right hand side. Cummins looks to get in there, but not able to, and now is Barragan with a bit of time on the ball. Doyle looks to play it forward. He's just intercepted by Galbraith there. Ball inside for Elliott. Bit of time, able to turn, find Baxter on the right hand side. Down the line, Elliott full of energy. All over the pitch today. Just able to win his side a throw-in. Which Baxter will take. Looks inside for Heslip once again. Cummins has tried to slide in there, but he's just missed out. Here's Turnbull under pressure from Wignall. Does well just to turn away. Is Patterson. Outside for Baxter. Back to Patterson. Inside the Dunston half now, all the way back to the goalkeeper. Under pressure from Cummins and his Hall. Can poke it forward for Mwanda on the left-hand side. Under pressure from Roberts, who the last touch coming off of Mwanda out for a Marine throw. Back to Doyle. And now the Mariners will come again through Barrigan. Just lays it back for David Raven just inside the Marine half, who looks to drive forward himself. We know he likes to do this on occasion. As Joyce spins away from Baxter. Looks to play Kenji down the left-hand side, but the defender is equal to it. It's Joyce on the ball again, though. And Kenji looks to turn and get a ball into the box. Too close to the keeper, that one. Easily gathers. About 65 minutes gone. Still 1-0 to the home side. Long ball forward from the goalkeeper. And it's a bit of a mix-up as Raven goes to clear. And keeper's come a long way. Passant, he's come a very long way. And it looks like it's going to be a free kick. A bit of a mix-up as David Raven tried to clear it. Just cannoned off of Danny Shaw. And Passant made the decision to come and try and clear. And he's gone up to volley it clear. I'm not sure whether he made connection with the man or the ball first. He might have just got to the ball first, or is he given a free kick? No, it will be a free kick. The ref is judged that Bailey Passant is taken out the man first, and we'll go into the book. Second yellow card of the afternoon. It looks like Elliott down receiving treatment. Jack Elliott. Receiving treatment for a head injury here. He's back to his feet now, the goal scorer. A reminder that if today's game is level after 90 minutes, it will go to a replay at the MTA. If Marine are able to find an equaliser. Free kick to be taken on this right-hand side by Patterson. Swings the ball goalwards towards the near post. It's good defending from Niall Cummins. Back doing his defensive duties. Now, Watkinson looks to chase after Mwanda, but he's able to play the ball back to the keeper. Bit of a lofted clearance. And now here comes Baxter down the right-hand side. Kenji back, defending well. Raven can clear in the end. Headed out by Capewell. And cleared convincingly by Michael Hall. Throwing to be taken on the down the left for Marine, deep inside their own half. Joyce looks inside for Shaw, under a bit of pressure for Pearson. There's Doyle, poor touch from Doyle, but he's put a strong recovering challenge in, which just did enough to take the ball away from Pearson. Few shouts for a free kick, but it was a fair challenge, I think. Chip forward towards Elliott, and Pearson down the left-hand side, linking up well with Mwanda, who can just play it back to Galbraith. Looks to clear, flicked on by Pearson, and Elliott looks to bit of a mix-up again by Raven, who made the decision. Must have had a shout from his keeper, and Passant has done well to come out and gather. Here's Joyce now on the left-hand side. Good pressure from Dunston. Not giving the Marine defence much time on the ball. Here's Patterson, chased down by Watkinson, who's just stopped him in his tracks, but he's able to play it forward for Pearson. Doyle has done well to stop the Dunston number 10 there. And it looks like it's going to be a second change Second change for Marine. It's going to be the captain, Niall Cummins. Captain Niall Cummins making way. It looks like it's going to be Mark Howarth coming on. So, looks like it's going to be a change of system for Marine here. Howarth coming in, you expect him to sit in midfield.
For Marine, number 9, Niall Cummins, being replaced by number 17, Mark Howarth. And a substitution for Dunston, number 9, Scott Heslop, being replaced by number 16, Eddie Thomas.
And confirmation of a change there for Dunston. Number 9, Scott Heslop, replaced by Eddie Thomas. Heslop has had a great game up front today. Registered an assist for the Elliott goal. As Howarth gets his first touch on the ball, just looking to clear towards Roberts, but here comes Mwanda. But he's tried a little trick and it's not quite pulled off it. And he's taken down Roberts and a free kick awarded. And now is Wignall with a bit of time to turn. He seems to be tripped, but he's back on his feet. Here's Watkinson looking to get away down the right hand side. Bit of pressure, and the ball's put into touch by Michael Hall. A throw in about 10 yards away from the corner flag for Marine over on the far side. On the right hand side is Kenji. Looking to try his luck from range. It's deflected through to Watkinson, who might be able to just dink the ball back goalwards. And it's a goal! The equaliser. It's James Berrigan who's got on the end. Oh, it's an effort from Neil Kenji that's deflected through to Owen Watkinson, who's just pulled it back for Berrigan. His right-footed effort from just inside the 6-yard box. Levels things for Marine, 1-1.
Goal scorer for Marine, number 8, James Berrigan.
Now the change of system for Marine has had an instant gratification. Howarth coming on just to boost the numbers in midfield. Looks like Kenji and Watkinson are just going to play as the two centre forwards without that focal point of Niall Cummins, but Ryan Wignall providing the energy behind them. And here's Eddie Thomas looking to get his first involvement on the game, but dispossessed by Howarth. Joyce looking down the line again, but it's good tracking back there from Eddie Thomas. But a bit too enthusiastic with his tracking, according to the referee. That's a free kick for Joyce. The goals come at a good time for Marine, in truth, because Dunston will just put a bit more pressure on the defence. One or two wayward passes along the back line for Marine, so that goal will just ease the nerves a bit and swing things back in favour of the away side. As Howarth looks for a quick free kick down the line for Kenji. Looks back outside the Howarth, who's continued his run. Whipped a ball in. Oh, Watkinson's tried his luck. Oh, it's a handball. And once again, the ball is in the Dunston goal. And it's very unlucky from David Raven as the ball... Oh, it's a headed effort from Watkinson towards goal.
Yeah, and it's been an equaliser
deflected
against the run of play in the second half.
Against David Raven's hand.
They've had of a chance. Dunston have been in full control of the second half. Shots going into the Marine area, but against the run of play, it was a shot from Kenji. It was deflected, and it fell, and it got pulled back in the box.
Headed forward by Baxter.
Sorted it past Liam Connell, and it's 1-1. Game on.
Here is Turnbull on this right hand side. Cleared away by Joyce, and now Kenji darts forward, tries to slide it through to Watkinson, but good recovery run by Galbraith, who puts the ball behind for a corner. Looks like the pace of Neil Kenji is the way forward now for Marine. And Watkinson as well, very powerful striker. It's going to be a corner to be taken by Doyle, an in-swinger on his left-hand side. Decent towards the near post, but headed clear. Barrigan's got a chase on to recover with Thomas, but he's got there. Down the line for Raven, and now Doyle looks to dart forward again. Kenji's picked it up on the left-hand side, just outside the box. He's got Raven in support on the left wing. Not a natural position for Raven. Doyle back outside to Kenji. Will probably look to swing another ball back in towards Wignall. And here's Howarth. Looks to... he's just dispossessed by Mwanda, who can come away with the ball now. Looks down the line for Elliott. He's just run out of play. It's Roberts to take the throw in and around the halfway line. He's got Howarth in support, who can just volley forward. Headed clear by Galbraith for another Marine throw-in. About 15 minutes to go in this second half. Otherwise we will be heading to a replay with the scores level at 1-1. Here's Barragan. Looks for Joyce down his left-hand side. Fairly central. Looks to dink it over towards Watkinson. Just headed clear though. And now is Howarth. He's gathered the ball well, but Kenji's just dispossessed by Mwanda, who has had a solid game at left wing back. Here's Patterson looking to bring the ball out now. The midfielder. Out towards Pearson. Back out wide for Elliott, who's just tackled by Robertson. Out of play there. And it looks like Jack Elliott is on the ground again, which isn't great to see, seeing as though he was down about 5-10 minutes ago receiving treatment. But the physio's come back on now, so he can receive attention. I have to say, overall in the game, a 1-1's probably just about fair so far. A few decent chances for Marine in the first half. Niall Cummins will be wondering how he didn't open the scoring himself with a scuffed effort, comfortably gathered by Liam Connell. For Ben Hughes, also had a low-driven one saved. Owen Watkinson might have had one as well, but a tight angle, to be fair to him. And a goal, perhaps, against the run of the play in the first half. Long ball forward, flicked on by Heslip for Jack Elliott with an excellent finish into the top corner just before the half-time whistle. And then in the second half, Dunston dominating much of the play. But Neil Kenji's effort deflected through to Watkinson, who just played it back across goal for Barragan to level the scores. As play's back underway, and Watkinson once again looks to run down that right-hand side. A very willing runner, as always, Owen Watkinson. Always works very hard every game. It's Baxter, under pressure from Barragan. Baxter able to hoof it forward. And Bailey, Passant, once again coming a long way out his goal. He's on a yellow card. He has to be careful with these. Here's Patterson, just holding off a challenge from Wignall. Looks to poke it forward for Baxter. However, really should have got a toe on there. It's David Raven, just back to his goalkeeper, who will surely just look to clear now. Get his team back up the pitch. Wignall just bounced off his head in the around the centre of the pitch. Barragan's dispossessed. The ball from Baxter, searching but just cleared. Joyce looking over the top on the left-hand side for Kenji, who's just about ushered off of the pitch fairly. It was right on the edge, but goal kick in the end from Michael Hall. And it's a goal kick to be taken by Connell. Just over 10 minutes to go. Another long ball forward. It's time for Eddie Thomas. Raven has taken responsibility this time and is able to clear. But Baxter. It's a throw in to be taken by Baxter. Down this right hand side. Just looking for options, but Eddie Thomas showing for him down the line. It has gone towards Thomas, who heads towards the corner flag. but Barragan's able to just get it clear as far as Capewell. Back up towards the Marine penalty area, but able to clear his Barragan. It's a decent spell from Dunston. Looking for Thomas over the top inside the penalty area, but Thomas is offside. Flag up from the linesman. It's going to be a free kick to be taken on around the edge of the penalty area by Bailey Passant. Without the presence of Niall Cummins, Owen Watkinson will be the target this time. Here is Doyle, looking to just nod it forward, but cleared in the end. Jack Elliott once again, very willing runner. And he's beaten Danny Shaw to the ball, and he's won his side a free kick. He's not covered himself in glory there, Danny Shaw. He should have had the ball under his control, and he's received a yellow card for his troubles as well. But very, very well worked from Jack Elliott. Just won't give up on it. Put Shaw under pressure and won his side a free kick in a dangerous looking position over on the left wing, about 30 yards from goal. Good opportunity to get some bodies in the box, as Capewell and Hall have both gone up. It's going to be whipped in. Flicked on by Howarth. Not the best clearance, but it's good enough, and he's given away a corner out. Corner's to be taken on this right hand side. An in swinger. And Danny Shaw's done well to get up there. Passant. Oh, he's fouled. Fouled by Pearson, it looks like. And free kick to the Mariners. Just to take some of the pressure off of the back line. Watkinson with his arm up, looking for the ball. Kenji's leaped to highest start of the Marine players, but Capewell's there, level to him. Thomas has done well to lay the ball off for Baxter, but Raven has just intercepted between him and Jack Elliott. Baxter with the throw-in down the right-hand side for Dunston. Baxter looking to get down that line. Tried to get a ball in, blocked well by Joyce. Deep throw in for the side in blue. Taken for Pearson, who's made himself an option. Wignall in there to make the challenge. There's Baxter looking to whip one in with his left foot now. Jack Elliott meets it, but he had a lot to do in truth. Here's Bailey Passant with another goal kick. Taken quickly out towards James Joyce, who's got a bit of space on his left-hand side. He's got Kenji for support down the wing. He's found him. It's a strange touch from Kenji, but he's come away with it. And a throw-in for Marine is Joyce. Howarth now. Down the line for Kenji. He's tried to get a ball in for Watkinson, but not the best. And now Elliott and Pearson can look to counter-attack. And here's Patterson. And Mwanda's on that far side as well. But Barragan's back on defensive duties from midfield. Matty Patterson holding the ball up well. Is Pearson. Back inside for Thomas. Now is Baxter. Coming down the right hand side now is Jack Elliott. David Raven is across to track him, but gives away a throw-in. Throw-in taken to Turnbull. He's being tracked by Wignall, so he floats the ball goalwards. And it's headed on by Thomas, but only to the grateful arms of Bailey Passant, who looks to get things going quickly. With a ball through to Kenji, but it's Hall, who's had a solid game at centre-half today, there to head it away. Here's Ben Roberts with another throw-in on that far side. Looking down the line for Watkinson. Just had it nicked off him. Looks to poke it down the line for Kenji, but Kenji stood in an offside position. Got to do better there, Kenji. Looking right across the line. He's in acres of space. Could have been a real chance for the Mariners there if he'd just kept his line. Free kick taken by Connell. And as we approach the last 5 minutes of the game, plus injury time. Which I can imagine there'd be maybe 3 or 4 minutes due to the Jack Elliott injury. Watkinson on the halfway line. Is Roberts now? Can he get there? Not quite, just shepherd it out. Oh, and there's a man down now for Marine. It looks like David Raven is on the floor and will need to receive treatment. That's not good for Marine. With Anthony Miley already picking up a long-term injury in the last week or so. It's never good to see anyway, but you don't want your first 2 choice centre-backs out injured. I'm not quite sure what the issue is for Raven. Maybe shoulder. Seems to be in a bit of discomfort. As the rest of the players take this opportunity to have a water break. While we've got a break in play, just a reminder that the chat is open on the stream if you'd like to tell us where you're watching from. He's back to his feet now, David Raven. As we look to get back underway, with Raven leaving the pitch momentarily with the physio. It's going to be thrown to be taken by Mwanda on that far side. On the far side, cleared by Howarth. Headed away once again by Hall. Now it's Howarth taking charge. Looks for Kenji down the line. It's a bit of a sliced clearance there from Capewell. And Marine have a throw in deep in the Dunston half. And here's Howarth looking to dink it forward. It's Barragan now. Slides it forward for Kenji. Looks inside for Wignall. He's just on the stretch. Now, they look to send Elliott away. But it's just too much for him there. And Joyce will get us back underway now. We have another throw in. But he's just been told to move about 10 yards back. Looking down the line for Kenji, but cleared in the end by Turnbull. Looking for Doyle on the far side, but he's unable to keep that in play. Just a reminder of the upcoming fixtures for Marine. Glossop North End on Tuesday, the 7th of September. That's the next home game, next game in the league.
Substitution for Dunston, number 8, Matty Pattinson, is being replaced by number 14, Jake Stafford.
Just confirmation of a Dunston substitution there. Matty Patterson, who's had a solid game in midfield. He's gone off for Jake Stafford. Ryan Wignall plays it back to Barragan. Looks forward for Owen Watkinson down the right-hand side. Shepherded well by Galbraith. Who's able to... Oh, it's a bit of a late challenge from Owen Watkinson there. And the referee will show him a card. He's just going to check on Galbraith before issuing a card, and it looks like it will be a booking for Owen Watkinson. Just told to calm down as he continues to plead his innocence, but it wasn't a great tackle from Owen Watkinson, very late. Picking up the fourth booking of the afternoon, third for Marine, along with Passan and Short. So we now enter injury time, just waiting for a signal from the fourth official of how long will be added on. I would imagine around 3 or 4 minutes. As we enter injury time, scores level, 1-1, thanks to goals from Jack Elliott in the first half, before James Barragan levelled things in the second. A fairly even game. It's Danny Short just cleaning up, sending it back to the goalkeeper. Not the best clearance, but Kenji's come back and able to win a free kick just inside the Marine half. Attendance today is 361. And Howarth has tried to play the long free kick forward, but just ran off the pitch there as we approach the last couple of minutes. Is Danny Shaw looking to clear on the right hand side, just putting the ball into touch again. Throw in on the left hand side. Mwanda down the line for Elliott. He's been all over the pitch today. Really has put a shift in for the home side. Had a very good game. And Howarth is there just to get his body in the way and put the ball out for another throw in. And Barragan can clear now, and there's Watkinson inside our half, and Wignall will look to drag it forward. Advantage played. It's back to Barragan. Just inside Marine's half, looking over the top for Kenji. Looks to use his pace to get down the wing. A low ball across. It's invited one. Is Watkinson at the back post. Back into the middle. And it's a last minute. Well, what could be a winner from Ryan Wignall. Oh, it might have already crossed the line from Owen Watkinson. The fact of the matter is, it's 2-1 to Marine. 3 minutes into injury time. It's a great ball from Barragan over the top for Kenji. Uses his pace to get down the line. He's played a dangerous looking ball back into the mixer. And it's Watkinson.
For Marine, number 15, Ryan Wignall.
And it's Watkinson at the back post to put the ball back across goal. And Ryan Wignall, the substitute, is there just to see it home. And it's another, well, looking like a late winner. We don't know how much he's added on because we haven't seen it from the fourth official, but it's seeming like the Mariners will be through to the next qualifying round, unless Dunston could come up with a very, very late equaliser here. It's going to be another substitution for Marine. It looks like David Lynch is coming on. And it's going to be Neil Kenji coming off.
Substitution for Marine, number 11, Neil Kenji, being replaced by number 14, David Lynch.
Just to try and shore the things up in the midfield, just an extra body in there. Neil Kenji is he's covered a lot of ground like he usually does on both the left and the right hand side. We're back underway with Turnbull. Looks back to Galbraith. Plays a long ball forward. Looking for Pearson. Just headed out by Lynch there. And Howarth as well.
We do indeed, and it is an absolute sucker punch for Dunston. Marine seems to have taken
Barrigan
the game in the
just
final
looks to
moments.
win the
It was
throw in
pulled down the
on
left.
this near side.
Kenji, who has looked lively all day for Marine, used his pace to get down the
Joyce is in no
side of the
particular
area.
rush
He
to
got a
take
ball
this throw
across
in.
the goal. The first shot was stray and got deflected into the path of Wignall, who was 4 yards out and really couldn't miss. It's Dunston 1, Marine 2, and it looks like Dunston are heading out of the cup.
Howarth just punting it forward from the throw in there. We're into the 95th minute now. Long ball forward. Thomas is there, but Passant is able to come out and gather. He's done well there, the keeper. And now he's urging his team forward as he'll hopefully be looking to just play for the final whistle now. And he does just play a long ball forward. Watkinson, the furthest forward, leading the line on his own now. Pushing the back though, gives away a free kick, and it's needless really. It just invites more pressure from Dunston. Into the 96th minute now. Liam Connell comes a long way out of his goal to take the free kick. Owen Watkinson, the only man forward for Marine. A long ball, looking for Capewell. And Watkinson, very no nonsense with his clearance, just comes back and hoofs it forward and then chases his own clearance. But the keeper able to punt it forward again. Danny Shaw there to clear. Roberts now. Pearson just inside the box over on that left hand side. Whips back in. Punch clear by Bailey Passant. Looks like Baxter's going to try and get one back into the box. Headed just wide. And I think it's Eddie Thomas with what could be the last chance of the game. He's found a little bit of space in there. And Passant is down now. Doesn't look comfortable. Maybe just playing for a few more seconds. And it's going to be a goal kick for Passant. The referee has a look at his watch. So we're now into the 7th minute of added time. You would think that the final whistle's not too far away. And there it is. It's a 2-1 win for Marine. A first half goal from Jack Elliott threw a spanner in the works. Gave Dunston a half-time lead. But an equaliser from James Barrigan. And then a late winner from Ryan Wignall. The substitute Ryan Wignall sees the Mariners through to the next round. It's finished Dunston 1, Marine 2. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you for the next away game.